Welcome to the Annie Jennings PR Real Stories of Success podcast series. Annie Jennings is the creator of the most powerful radio campaign in the country, where you're booked on high-impact shows in top markets, as well as the famous pay-for-placement national TV, print, and online media program, where she offers guaranteed deliverables. My name is Stacey Amaral Kaufman. I'm the radio director for Annie Jennings PR, and today we're sharing another real story of success to give listeners an inside look into what it's like to work with Annie Jennings PR. And we're talking with Dr. Andrew Wittman. He is author of Ground Zero Leadership, CEO of Youll. He's a Marine veteran, former police officer and federal agent who's been teaching mental toughness for over 25 years. And through the national radio campaign, he was heard on over 310 stations. It includes major media brands like CBS Radio, iHeartMedia, ESPN, also in top markets like New York City, Philadelphia, Dallas, Atlanta, Denver, Detroit, Seattle, Salt Lake City, and more, as well as being heard with celebrity hosts such as Gordon Deal and ESPN's Bill Daughtry. So welcome, Andrew.
What up? What's going on, Stacey?
Nothing much. I love your what-ups. Your what-ups and your booyahs are the best. So,
well, I always try to throw them in. We got to have fun. If we're not having fun, like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you're having a lot of fun. Not only with the radio campaign, you are firmly in our ladder strategy, and you've done some Fox local television. You've written some stuff for Wall Street Journal, some other things, Entrepreneur. So you're having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's totally a blast, man. I got off the phone with I don't remember if it was you I was talking to or Sarah with I hung up the phone and I looked at my two kids that were sitting there at the table with me. I said, I love having great PR people, man. It's just so much fun. And it's just fun to say. I just got off the phone with my publicist. It's just fun.
It is. It is fun. It is fun. And so, when someone enters into a relationship with a publicity firm, sometimes you have expectations. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what your expectations were and whether or not your experience has exceeded them.
Oh, by far. And this is what I loved about you guys is that you managed my expectations from the start. You're like, hey, look, man, because a lot of times people come in, they're like, oh, I'm going to sell 100,000 copies of my book overnight or whatever, and like you're starting from zero. So what you guys said, you put us on what you just mentioned, the ladder, right? So, and the radio package is just the perfect place to make your entry onto the national scene. I'm doing the interviews from wherever I am standing. So there's like no expense on my part. And you guys, you set it up so perfectly. I have 300 stations. It's just crazy. It's mind blowing, man. And that you guys, but you pulled it off like flawlessly. It was amazing to watch. Well, what it does is it gives us. It's all about positioning yourself as and you and I and Sarah and Annie, the whole crew at Annie Jennings. We all talked about this of what my target was, what's my vision, of course, and I need to where I need to be is a national and international expert on leadership and mental toughness. So there's a path to get there because I'm coming from, I have all this great content, I have all this great expertise, but people just don't know about it yet. So the first thing we have to do is get attention. And so that's what we laid that out of what the plan is. And it's a ladder, right? We're climbing the ladder. I'm down here, and nobody knows me. And so what we did is we started out with the radio, which boosted our media profile. It gave me a lot of experience. Just like with the clock, right? Not just on a radio interview and how that whole business works. That they'll when they say they're going to call you at 9:30 Eastern time, it's 9:30, not 9:29, not 9:31. It's 9:30. So you be ready to go, and it just kind of gets you in the mode and raises your game. And then it gives you credibility on your website. Like, so we're putting that out to social media. This is what we're doing. It creates excitement and buzz. And hey, look, this guy's in demand. And when you put us on these stations, like the Gordon Deal show or Bill Daughtry, or whatever, when you tweet that out or you put it on Facebook, it is, people are just like jaw drop, like, wow, this guy, because what it does is it gives you an implicit endorsement. Like, so you've been vetted, and I know you guys vetted me. Annie told me she spent like almost 6 weeks vetting all of my bio and stuff to make sure that when I got on the air, it wasn't like, oh, this guy isn't who he says he was. So that's what it does, is just gives you more and more credibility with your current clients and any prospects that are coming down the pipe.
And so you've experienced all of this, these media, these really good media brands, and people are talking to you, and you're creating the buzz and all the excitement. but you have to be ready to deliver on all of this. And you seem to be always ready. I mean, we know that. You're pretty good. You seem to be always ready. But how did you feel about the media training and what it did for you?
All right, so that was just fantastic because and you and Jason just totally, I like to say, just hand walked me by the numbers, step by step through the entire process, and then coached me and gave me course corrections. Of course, now as the client, I just Forrest Gumped whatever you guys said along the whole. It wasn't just like the media training wasn't just like one day. I mean, this was continually every interview. Then there was feedback and then conversations, and you guys provided feedback, and I just Forrest Gump it, man. I'm not pushing back. I mean, there's a reason why we hired you guys, right? If I knew everything and I could do it better, what do I need to hire you for? So as a client, all I'm doing is just Forrest Gumping. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm just going to do it. And that's what I absolutely, I mean, you got to be nuts to hire somebody and then not listen to what their coaching is. It blows my mind. Of course, I'm biased because that's my business, being a leadership and mental toughness coach, which I run into that all the time. Like, holy smoke, man, I can't believe that you hired me, but now you're going to push back on everything that I say. So I never pushed back on what you guys told me. And you guys just amazing, step-by-step, easy, simple process. Just do it. I just do what Stacy says.
And you'll be good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I gotta get you in here, hire you to train my husband. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's, do what Stacy says and you'll be good. That's it.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
Roll.
I mean, it's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Yeah, well, of course, having someone, a client like yourself, that does buy in. I mean, that's really important for us. It is something that this is not, something we're just throwing out there and, the spaghetti strategy, right? See what sticks, throw it against the wall. It's
right.
not that. It is it's almost scientific in a sense in terms of what we've learned over our over 20 years of experience in the business that works for people. So yes, when you buy in and you allow the magic to happen, it does happen over time because you're consistently out there and doing it and leveraging all these media assets. Now, I always like to talk a little bit about Annie because she speaks with each and every client that we have. What was your feeling and your experience? What made you want to work with Annie?
Yeah, I wanted to work with her for a number of years. My first book came out several years ago, and it was like the lay version of my doctoral dissertation, but it was theology. It's a theological based book. But so there wasn't really a market for it or whatever. So I spoke to her then, and I love the, pay for play. So it's all performance based. And she, the greatest thing about her, and when we connected again this time, it's like her character. It's about character with her, not reputation. She actually is a powerhouse of like honor and integrity, and she is under promise and over deliver. That's her, and that's who she is. It's not a shtick that she does. It's not, which is so rare in business today. And everybody in her firm is like that. I mean, it's like a family that always has your back. And when they say they're going to do something, like they do it, and then it's over and above what they did. It's mind blowing in today's day and age. So, and she's amazing. I love being inside her space and just kind of basking in her presence, if you will, because she's so upbeat and positive and great energy and encouraging and inspirational.
Yeah, we believe that too. She is
I
great.
know.
She is great. And she's a real person. It's not like Betty Crocker, right? There's no real Betty Crocker. I mean, she's like for real. I'll talk to people and they'll say, is there really an Annie Jennings? Yeah. And she's the best. You said right. So great. So now if you could say anything to anyone who might be on the fence in terms of working with Annie Jennings PR, what would you say?
Take the plunge, and take the plunge. You will not be sorry. And I'll tell you, when I say that she actually over delivers, like and this is why I loved her so much, because she speaks the same language that I speak. That's what we do with our clients. I will say, listen, I'll give you all your money back. And I was like, listen, I say the same thing because I know I know that I'm going to produce. I know, like you said, it's scientific. We have a long track record of doing what we do. So do you. And when she said, listen, it's going to happen. I'm going to produce everything that I said I am. And you guys did. Listen, I was with the PR firm, like when that first book came out, they took money and I never heard from them again. I mean, it was like a press release went out and that was it. There was no bookings, nothing. Right. So you guys, let's jump in, take the plunge. Like you said, Betty Crocker, I'm going to go with Nest T. Take the plunge.
Very good. Well, Andrew, of course, you are fabulous to work with as well, and really appreciate you taking some time out to share your experience with our listeners. And again, this is Dr. Andrew Wittman PhD. He is author of Ground Zero Leadership, the CEO of Youll. You can get in touch with him through all the social media channels and, of course, on his website, which is getwarriortough.com. Thanks again.
Absolutely.
This podcast is presented by Annie Jennings of the national publicity firm Annie Jennings PR, the creator of Jennings Wire Online magazine. For more information on how you, too, can experience national media success and guarantee deliverables, please visit AnnieJenningsPR.com.